Okay, the tariff war. The tariff war over the weekend, we went through so much craziness. We had Trump, Carney, Ford. I mean, we had EB even talked about running ads, like this massive amount of insanity about, oh, you ran an ad, I'm cutting off talks. Oh, I'm going to throw a 10% increase on tariffs. Who knows? I won't tell you yet what it's about. Ford says I won. Carney says, oh, don't think I knew about it. Ford said, yes, you do know about it. EB says, I'm going to be running stuff right now. I'm going to do something similar. It just blows up your brain, okay? Like, here's one thing for sure. The tariff talks, the trade talks are shot. They are shot, okay? That's just the truth. And everybody gets worked up. Everybody talks about it. It's all over the news. And everybody has an opinion. And look, I get that everybody's first instinct is to be mad and fight back. Like, screw this crazy stuff. I mean, it's wrong. It's a fake. It's Trump just being petulant. It's the whole tariff story was wrong. There's 100 times as much fentanyl goes over the Mexican border as it comes over the Canadian border. Yeah, I know all the Maple Magas that say, oh, Ron, you're wrong. Okay, just please put it in the comments so I can block you permanently. Okay, like, I'm just telling the truth. Look, one true thing is that Donald Trump promised to bring all kinds of manufacturing back to the United States, to improve the United States economy through tariffs. I won't even get into why that doesn't make that much sense, but he did promise to bring industry back. So shutting down automotive assembly altogether is clearly one of his goals. Shut it down in Canada. Canadians should not make any more cars, okay? Particularly not American cars from companies that are based in America, okay? Also, we don't need your lumber. He said that. We don't need your steel. I mean, he sort of needs the aluminum, believe it or not. But look, this is really painful. It's like you've gone from, a guy like me has gone from a lifetime of viewing the United States, the whole of the United States, as a friend and ally, a neighbor, a friend, an ally. And this is a world now it looks like they're kind of a bully and an enemy, and they want to hurt our economy, and they want to, just crush some industries. It's hard. It's really, really hard. But what you have to realize is it's just the way the world works sometimes. Sometimes things go against you. Look, I really, really understand that in the election that went on in March, when we elected a new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, that it was really focused on elbows up. It was focused on, I'm the best guy to deal with Trump. I'll get a deal. I'll be tough. I'll be strong. I'll take Trump down and I'll force a deal and I'll make it happen. And I'm a great negotiator and all those other things. We knew that was the basis of the election. We listened to it. And, it looks like now elbows up is switched to ankles up, okay, from Carney, because, you see Carney in the Oval Office laughing and, kissing up to Trump, and we just watch it. And then, then somebody like Ford fights. It's confusing to us, right? Like, we feel a little bit betrayed that elbows up wasn't true. Elbows up was ankles up, really. And, it's confusing to everybody. But look, I can actually support the idea of trying to get a deal done. And people say, oh, yeah, you're just a coward. You're a Maple MAGA. You're this, you're that. Here's what I know. I've been in business for myself in one form or another for the better part of 45 years. So here's what I learned from business. Sometimes you can't win. Sometimes forces move against you. Sometimes industries change. Sometimes you just are put in a position that you have to find a way out. And sometimes finding a way out means you got to kiss some ass. Or you just have to buy enough time. And for the people who are caught in the crosshairs of this thing, for the workers, for the small businesses, for, if I was at an auto assembly plant, any of them, I would have a hard time sleeping almost every night. Okay. If I was in the forestry business, it was in the lumber business, I would have a hard time sleeping every night. Same for steel. Lesser extent for aluminum, because the U.S. actually needs that aluminum. They want that aluminum. It's the best price they can possibly get. So, but small business is affected in 100 ways. If you're a restaurant in Windsor and everybody's worried and not spending anymore, then you're in big trouble too if you own that restaurant. Like, it's just an endless cascade of worry and problems, okay? And we all have to be respectful of that. Like, if you're a family of 2 teachers, you don't have to worry too much, okay? But for everybody else who's right in this thing, it's horrible, okay? It's traumatic. And I think if you asked, and there's a lot of times people get on the, they stand up and they comment, hey, it's better to fight standing up and maybe you die than take the knee and have to, kneel down and have to put up with bullshit, okay? You know what? If it's about keeping a roof over your head, paying your mortgage, feeding your family, I'm not sure how many of those people think it's an option to stand up and fight to the death, all right? I think we have to be smarter, okay? And if that makes me the wrong guy, I'll take it. But for real people with real problems, the idea of fight, hey, you know what? China can fight. That's one country you could fight. They will fight. They will go toe to toe. They have stuff that the U.S. needs. They have stuff that they only have, and they can go right up against them. India can fight. India doesn't need that much from the U.S. Honestly, they don't. So, hey, you want to fight? We'll fight. But this is Canada. We've been their neighbor. We share this border. We've been their neighbor, their trading partner for all these decades. We're not India. We're not China. And some other countries decide to settle. Japan decided to settle. Sure they did. They're a big economy, but they know they need the U.S. But we actually need the U.S. more. So keep that in mind. I mean, I know if the economics of it don't affect you, you're inclined to want to fight the bully. But if you're right in the crosshairs of what's going on, you just want a solution. You want to be able to sleep at night. That's what you really want.